If you're broke and you want to become a successful realtor, you are not going to want to miss today's video. The majority of people that want to get into real estate don't have a massive budget to work with. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need one. You are absolutely going to have to spend some money to get to the point that you can legally sell real estate. You can't get around the fact that you're going to pay to take a course to be licensed. You're going to have to pay to take the test to then get the license. You're going to have to pay to get your license registered in the state that you're going to be operating in. But once you get to the point that you can legally sell real estate, and I would say on average that's like probably $2,500, maybe $3,000, probably could do it for less. Then from there, you can really bootstrap your real estate business and still run it very effectively. I was on a paper thin budget when I got into real estate and really had to bootstrap a lot of things. And I still wasted money in so many different areas. But for the most part, it was always a question of, do I need this in my business right now, or is this a want for down the road? You do not need to go spend a bunch of money on a branding shoot. You don't need to go spend a bunch of money on having a website created. You don't need to spend a bunch of money buying leads either. If I were starting over in real estate on a shoestring budget, the first thing that I would look at is, what tools do I already have that I can use in my business? Your cell phone. I don't think I know anyone who doesn't have a cell phone. Your cell phone can take video, and that means you can take videos for YouTube and start with a YouTube channel, or you can start your Instagram account and use your phone to record B-roll and make videos there. It's not costing you anything extra than what you already have in your monthly expenses. If you're going to do YouTube, yes, you should probably get a selfie stick to make it easier to record. So maybe 25 bucks there, and some type of microphone to make sure that your audio is good. But you don't have to worry about having some professional videographer or even hiring professional editors until you actually start closing deals from YouTube. So many agents, I feel like, just get bogged down on, oh, it's going to cost so much money, so I can't do this. And can it? Yeah, it can, but that doesn't mean you have to spend it. Same thing when you're starting out, and I hear so many coaches out there recommend a CRM. And at some point in your business, you will need a CRM. But if you don't already have a big database that you are trying to manage and connect with, you don't have to have a CRM to start out with. I ran my business for years off of an Excel spreadsheet, and it was organized and it worked just fine for me until I got to, I would say, 400 plus contacts. At that point, I thought, you know what, I really do need a CRM. But until then, I didn't need to spend that money, and you don't either. You can use the website that your brokerage provides. And if your brokerage doesn't provide a website, you don't have to have one nowadays in order to get business. Social media doesn't require you to have a website. And as much as I hate door knocking and just get hives, like even thinking about it, door knocking is free. I don't think it's the best use of your time, but all it takes is time. You can go get to know a neighborhood by going and previewing homes in it. When I first started out in real estate, I needed some type of money coming in every month. So I decided that I was already a loan officer, but I hated it. And I decided that I was going to take a dog walking job, and I did it through a local company so that I could go walk dogs in various neighborhoods. I'm getting paid to walk the dogs. And as I was walking the neighborhoods, I was making note of homes that were for sale, how much they were listed for, how quickly they were selling. I was getting to know the various streets. So I was maximizing my time while also getting a little bit of extra money. And that really helped get me through because it was bringing in anywhere from $700 to $800 a month. And it was helping me learn neighborhoods that I wanted to become knowledgeable in. There are so many different jobs that could give you a little bit of a side hustle to present that opportunity to get to know the local real estate market better. You also don't need to invest in courses when you are a brand new real estate agent. I am a firm believer of not spending money that you don't have. So if you are broke or just on a really shoestring budget and you're considering making some big investment into a course and putting it on your credit card, really ask yourself, is that necessary for your business? Or maybe it's something that you decide to do down the road after you've got a couple closings under your belt. There are so many agents out there who freely give away their expertise and knowledge. You can just learn from that and, quite frankly, learn from their mistakes and money that we've wasted learning how to run our real estate businesses. You can align yourself with agents in your market, or if you are wanting to learn social media or YouTube. I keep using those examples because those are two that are big pillars in my business. But just as an example, you can go connect with agents anywhere in the country and learn from them. So many of them are giving away free information on social media through a lead magnet. Or if you really admire an agent's business and how they have developed their brand, send them a DM. I would say 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a very welcoming, kind response. The majority of agents, especially really successful agents, are very giving with information and want to help others. That's what fuels us in real estate, is helping others. And being able to create that relationship with other agents that you admire and whose business you want to take inspiration from can save you thousands of dollars simply because they just want to help. I would say that if they do sell some type of course, that once you get the money and if it makes sense for your business, it would be great of you to then invest in their course. But there is nothing wrong with reaching out to other agents and getting assistance. I used to, when I was new to real estate, I used to meet other agents and shadow them for showings so that I could learn from them. I would shadow them on listing appointments. And I got so much value from that. And it cost nothing but your time. Same thing if maybe social media isn't your thing or YouTube isn't your thing. You can also host open houses. And there's something else that I don't think are the best use of your time just because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. But when you're brand new, it's also getting you experience. It's getting you comfortable talking to potential home buyers, or maybe somebody in the neighborhood stops by and they're interested in selling their home. If you get absolutely zero leads from your open houses, you're still winning because they take very, very little money to pull off. You can borrow signs from someone else if you don't have the money for signs yet. And then you're getting yourself in front of potential buyers and sellers, and you're building that confidence. You're putting the reps in, having those conversations. You're learning all of the details about the property of the open house that you are hosting, and that gets you comfortable talking about real estate. When you're brand new, it should not be about spending a ton of money that you don't have. All that's going to do is just stress you out even more, and getting into real estate is stressful enough as it is. You don't need to add more pressure on your plate. When you are thinking about how you're going to structure your business, look at your budget and make sure that you are getting creative and bootstrapping ideas so that you aren't spending money that you don't have yet. And then once you start closing deals, of course, reinvest some of that money into your business, because eventually what will happen is you will have more money than you have time. But until then, take the approach of having more time. How can I do this and spend as little money as possible? Because you can invest with time, and time will help grow your business. Planting those seeds in your business and building those relationships will pay off, and it really only takes your time and being committed and wanting to grow those relationships too. Those are really the only two ingredients that you need when you're getting started in your business. And then, of course, having a plan. But it also costs you $0 to make a plan for your real estate business and revisit that plan regularly. I hope you got some value from today's video. I remember when I just started in real estate and It was a lot, but it was also super exciting. So don't give up, keep going, and just know you can become incredibly successful in the real estate industry, even if you're on a shoestring budget.